So they have slightly more men fighting for them than I thought they might, so I'll raise a few more. Nothing major in any case. Those troops from Tarth would probably be able to hold it together on their own, but why force them to do that when we can make it easy on ourselves? Yes, we'll order a vassal to stand down. It usually works out because the High Lords tend to, you know, be grateful for it, and so the Lower Lords aren't so happy, but the High Lords are, and they generally bring quite a lot of men, so keeping the status quo as it is always... It's not often a bad idea if your vassals tend to be quite favourably disposed towards you. So now the idea is to send the troops from Dragonstone to... Well, we're just going to pin some movement in it, basically. I'm trying to describe it as too fancy, but that's what we're doing now. Oh, he's called an ally into it, has he? I don't care. That's a lot of people wanting Lady Arwen to take control of the Reach. Maybe... Oh, would you look at that? There's already a rebellion against the Westerlands, and they do not look like they have enough troops to contain this. Where the hell were they when they were fighting to keep them out? Who knows, but I think the Westerlands' control of the Reach is going to be very short-lived. Especially if we manage to kill Lord Garth, because then their vassals would be even less inclined to fight for them than they already are. Oh good, Sally's almost won a war. Well, did you look at that? Things are looking up after all. So we've engaged the forces of Kingswood, I suppose, in Nimark. I'm not entirely sure if that's... some of these locations have been made up by the mod creators for the sake of depth. Not all of these has been mentioned, I don't think, in the series. But they've tried to stay faithful, and I think that was one of those places, because I think Driftmark is just Driftmark, you know. But, you know, for the purposes of having a more balanced game, there's more to it than that. And we won, as well. 10% war score. And we do have enough men to engage those troops there. What I'm doing is I'm sending the smaller force and also the force from across, because we're crossing a river, so we're going to have the... we're sending the force from the sea. We have the disadvantage of crossing the river with the first force anyway, so we might as well have the other force disembark from the boats and have the disadvantage for the sake of... who the fuck is that? I have absolutely no idea who that guy is, but he's leading one of our armies. I suppose he could belong to one of my bannermen. In any case, we could do with our reinforcements turning up soonish. Oh, there they are. They've turned up. And we're, you know, taking care of that small force that was actually defending Driftmark and besieging Driftmark with our levies from Dragonstone, while at the same time we've been reinforced in Kingswood? Well, it's Drakebridge where we're fighting, so... Yeah, looks like it's going our way. I mean, this is what we expected, right? That it's just seizing an opportunity. Only 35% war score, strangely enough, even though most of their army is now destroyed, but we won't worry about it too much, we'll just keep hunting them down. Oh, that's right, they have allies in the Reach, who are probably not going to get involved, because there's that whole kerfuffle going on there. I wouldn't get involved. Anyway, we've engaged their remaining forces. Oh, excellent, extra money. I will spend that on probably nothing. It's a good time to refill our coffers in between major conflicts. And there we go. There's not many of them left now, but we've only got 53% war score, so it looks likely that we'll have to capture Driftmark and maybe some other territories, though hopefully not. So they got 700 men left. Oh, and well, they've got 19 ships at Driftmark, I think, but they've got no troops to carry with those ships, so seems fairly pointless. And there we go, 60% war score. And it's just going to carry on in this fashion, I imagine. Well, I'd be pretty bummed if we lost that one anyway. Alright, so that's 2/3 of our war score. We're going to have to make up the rest with capturing territories. We might as well do it by capture it by water, which I think is his seat, the High Lord of the Kingswood. So, yes, with good fortune, we'll deal with that fairly quickly. So Driftmark's half captured. I mean, I don't know what they're expecting at this point. Really, they should probably just surrender now, seeing as all of their field armies have been crushed. They have one ally who doesn't have nearly enough resources to hope to compete against us. Oh no, their salvation has come in the form of, off the top of my head, 141 men. So they're fighting in the Reach, and it is going in favour of the rebels. Those 22,000 men there probably being the reason for that. Trying to remove the Westerlands as the dominant force in the Reach. And probably succeeding. It doesn't look like the Westerlands have the troops to back this up all of a sudden. I don't know why. I mean, maybe it's because they're unpopular and half the kingdom's rebelling against them, but it's too much territory for any of our rivals to hold anyway, so I'm quite pleased that that's happening. That serves the purpose nicely. So we've nearly captured Driftmark now, and I'm hoping that this will be the end of it, but if not, then it won't be the end of it, and we'll just have to capture more territories, and on it goes. The war in the Riverlands is going sort of ambiguously, to be honest. Oh no, I tell a lie, it's going mostly in the favour of the Riverlands lady. Sally is her name. Totally forgot. My goodness, that's a lot of hostilities right there. Hooray, we've captured Driftmark, and no, that is not nearly enough to win us the war. And there goes Bywater, and oh fantastic, he is actually surrendering. Well, that's good. Sweet. Victory is ours. So Driftmark is once again under the control of Stannis' line. I can't even remember how long ago it defected. I think it used to be under control of the North or something. I can scarcely recall. Who knows? But in any case, it's ours once again. Once I update the map, it is. There we go. And the thing is, we can just get right back into it as well. So this is our claim on Wendwater we're now pressing. This was one that was fabricated, if I recall correctly, but I may not. End result's kind of the same either way, to be honest. I'm not sure if they actually control any more territory than Wendwater, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. I wonder how my vassals get annoyed with how casually I tend to sort of tell them to stop rebelling against their high lords. I basically crushed the aspirations of anyone beneath me, which I would have found extremely annoying, I suppose. Well, I did when the king did it. I killed his child in vengeance, I think. Maybe I should check that. That was King Robert near the start, when he brought my war for the Stormlands to a premature end.